What if I told you the world's smallest island has a working lighthouse? Or that chickens can sleep with one eye open? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's all true, and just a taste of what's coming your way. In this video, we're counting down 100 of the weirdest, wildest, and most fascinating facts from around the world. From giraffes with spot patterns as unique as fingerprints to penguins that literally propose with pebbles, you're about to discover the kind of unbelievable truths most people scroll right past. These aren't your average fun facts. They're the ones that make you stop and say, wait, what? So let's dive in and explore just how wonderfully bizarre our world really is. Believe it or not, the world's smallest island is only a few square meters. Bishop Rock, located in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of England, holds the title of the world's smallest island. Its area is just 0.0003 square miles. Despite its tiny size, the island boasts a lighthouse and is the most westerly point of England. It's officially recognized in the Guinness World Records as the smallest inhabited island, proving that even the smallest piece of land can be home to something remarkable. Did you know that the world's longest hair measures over 18 feet? A Chinese woman named Shi Quping holds the Guinness World Record for the longest hair, measuring a staggering 18 feet and 5 inches. She began growing her hair at the age of 13 in 1973 and hasn't cut it since. Taking care of such long hair is no easy task. She spends hours washing it and at least 2 hours just combing it. Sometimes she braids her hair or wraps it around herself to make moving easier. This record has remained unbeatable for decades. Did you know that beneath Amsterdam lies a hidden world of tunnels? In addition to its famous canals, Amsterdam has an extensive underground sewer system built as early as the 16th century. These hidden canals help keep the city's waterways clean and prevent flooding. The city conducts annual inspections to ensure these ancient structures remain in working condition, keeping Amsterdam afloat. Can you believe that Scotland's national animal is a unicorn? Yes, it's true. Scotland has chosen the unicorn, a mythical creature, as its national symbol. Representing purity and strength, unicorns have held a special place in Scottish culture for centuries. This magical beast became a national emblem in the Middle Ages and still appears on coats of arms and flags today. Did you know that Scotland has hundreds of words for snow? The Scots language is so rich that there are as many as 421 different words for snow. This discovery was made by the University of Glasgow while compiling the historical thesaurus of Scots. Some unique words include sneal, fine rain or snow, and feefle, snow swirling in the wind. This vast vocabulary shows how important snow is in Scottish culture. Who would have thought that giraffes have unique spot patterns? Each giraffe's spot pattern is as individual as a human fingerprint. No two giraffes have the same configuration, making them truly one of a kind. These spots help regulate body temperature and assist in social recognition within their herds. Did you know that Mount Everest is getting taller? Each year, the world's highest peak grows by about 4 millimeters. This happens due to tectonic plates beneath the Himalayas, which push the mountain upward. These geological forces have been at work for millions of years, meaning every climber who reaches the summit is standing just a bit higher than those before them. Believe it or not, one lake holds 20% of all the fresh water on Earth. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the world's deepest lake and contains about 20% of the planet's fresh water. With a depth of about 4,000 feet, this massive body of water could supply the entire world with fresh water for several years. It's also home to unique species of plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. Did you know that the first alarm clock could only ring at one time? Invented by Levi Hutchins in 1787, the first alarm clock was designed to ring only at 4 a.m. It had no adjustable settings, meaning Hutchins had to wake up at the same time every day. This simple but innovative device was a forerunner of the modern alarm clocks we now wrestle with every morning. Hard to believe, but the sunlight we see is already 8 minutes old. Because light travels at about 186,000 miles per second. It takes approximately 8 minutes for sunlight to reach Earth. That means every time you look at the sun, You're actually seeing its past. Ever wondered why space is dark despite billions of stars? This mystery is explained by Olber's paradox. The universe is expanding, and many stars are moving away from us so fast that their light never reaches Earth. Additionally, some stars are beyond the cosmic horizon, making them invisible to us. Did you know that Earth is 81 times heavier than the Moon? Despite this massive difference in size, both bodies influence each other through gravity. Earth's pull creates tides on the Moon, while the Moon's gravity slows down Earth's rotation. This delicate balance shapes the movements of our planet and its satellite. Believe it or not, the smallest volcano is just 43 feet tall. Quirky, located in Puebla, Mexico, is the smallest volcano in the world, standing only 43 feet tall and 26 feet wide. Though it's classified as dormant, it occasionally releases steam and sulfur gases. Fun fact, you can actually climb inside it. Can you imagine a zebra with spots? In Kenya, a rare zebra was spotted with polka dot markings instead of stripes. This genetic mutation caught the attention of conservationists, as such variations are extremely rare. Chickens sleep while keeping one eye open? Chickens have a unique ability called unihemispheric sleep, where one hemisphere of their brain enters deep sleep while the other remains alert. This allows them to keep one eye open, monitoring their surroundings while the other half of their brain rests. This ability is crucial for their survival in the wild, where danger can strike at any moment. Imagine being able to nap while keeping a watchful eye out for predators. Chickens are true natural guards. Did you know the Eiffel Tower gets taller in the summer? Every year, when summer hits Paris, the Eiffel Tower undergoes a small growth spurt. Its height increases by a few inches due to the thermal expansion of iron. As temperatures rise, the metal expands, making the tower stretch upwards. When summer ends and temperatures drop, the tower shrinks back to its usual height. This phenomenon shows how even majestic structures like the Eiffel Tower are influenced by nature. What is the longest river on Earth? The Nile River stretches approximately 4,130 miles and passes through 11 countries in northeastern Africa. It has been a lifeline for civilizations for thousands of years, providing water, food, and transport. The Nile remains a crucial natural resource for millions of people today. Which rodent can weigh over 140 pounds? The capybara, native to South America, is the world's largest rodent. It can grow up to 4.3 feet in length and weigh as much as 146 pounds. This semi-aquatic herbivore has webbed feet that help it swim, and it can hold its breath underwater for up to 5 minutes. Capybaras are highly social and often live in groups of up to 100 individuals. Did you know the world's smallest country fits inside a city? Vatican City, an independent city-state within Rome, Italy, covers only 0.19 square miles. Despite its small size, it is a major center of the Catholic Church and home to historical landmarks like St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel. With a population of around 800 people, it is also one of the least populated states in the world. Can olive oil help fight cancer? Extra virgin olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal, which can destroy cancer cells without harming healthy ones. This natural compound targets cancer cells at a molecular level, making olive oil not just a tasty ingredient, but also a powerful natural healer. Would you stay in a hotel run by robots? In Japan, there is a hotel chain called Hen-Na Hotel, where guests are served by robots. These robots can greet visitors, check them in, and even deliver luggage. Some cleaning and room service tasks are also handled by machines. This futuristic approach makes Japan a leader in robotic hospitality. How long would it take to walk the entire Great Wall? The Great Wall of China stretches over 5,000 miles across China. Walking the entire length would take around 18 months of continuous walking. This ancient wonder is not just a feat of engineering, but a symbol of China's vast history. Would you live on ancient lava? At the foot of Mount Etna in Italy lies Bronte, a village with homes built directly on ancient lava flows. The solidified lava serves as a strong foundation, and locals believe it protects them from future eruptions. Despite living near an active volcano, residents trust nature's past formations to shield them. Did you know there are trees that move? The Socratia exoryza, also called the walking palm, appears to move over time by growing new roots in one direction while letting old ones die off. This helps it shift toward better sunlight conditions over several years. Imagine your brain as a factory of ideas, producing around 70,000 thoughts daily. This means a new idea, memory, or decision is formed every few seconds. This rapid thinking helps us multitask, make quick decisions, and adapt to our surroundings. Unlike the soft, seedless bananas we eat today, wild bananas are packed with large seeds. These original bananas were tough to eat, but selective breeding removed most of their seeds. Without human intervention, bananas would be a completely different fruit. Snails don't just dig into the soil for fun. It's their survival strategy during extreme heat or drought. They create a special mucus plug to retain moisture and burrow underground. This process, called estivation, is similar to summer hibernation and helps them endure harsh conditions. The Popocatépetl volcano, or El Popo, is one of the world's most active and dangerous volcanoes. Located near Mexico City, it frequently erupts with gas and ash. Its unpredictable nature makes it both a breathtaking sight and a constant threat to nearby residents. In 1905, 11-year-old Frank Epperson accidentally left a soda mixture outside overnight, which froze with a stick in it. Years later, he began selling his frozen treat, naming it the popsicle. This simple mistake led to one of the most beloved desserts worldwide. Despite their small size, a cat's brain shares 90% of its structure with humans. They experience emotions like joy and jealousy and learn through association. Their intelligence is remarkable, but they often choose when to show it, making them both mysterious and clever. Some animals, like dolphins and birds, use unihemispheric sleep, where half their brain sleeps while the other stays awake. This helps them stay alert for predators while still getting rest. The purpose of Stonehenge remains a mystery, but theories suggest it was an astronomical calendar or a ritual site. It aligns with the summer and winter solstices, hinting at its connection to ancient ceremonies. Despite research, its true function is still unknown. Most of an iceberg remains hidden underwater, about 90% of its mass. Ice is less dense than seawater, causing only a small part to float above the surface. This hidden danger is why icebergs have been responsible for numerous shipwrecks throughout history. Owls are symbols of wisdom, and their collective noun, parliament, comes from ancient Greek and Roman myths. The term became popular in literature, as owls often gather in groups resembling serious meetings. Their sharp senses make them exceptional hunters of the night. The Pedocyprus progenetica, found in Indonesia, measures only 7.9 millimeters. This nearly transparent fish lacks scales and teeth and thrives in acidic peat swamps. Despite its size, it plays an important role in its delicate ecosystem. Egypt has strict warnings against kissing camels due to disease risks and their unpredictable nature. Despite their friendly appearance, camels can become aggressive and bite. Keeping a safe distance is the best way to admire these fascinating animals. The Quebrada River in Argentina occasionally erupts with fiery geysers due to underground methane deposits. When the gas reaches the surface, it ignites, creating flames on the water. Locals call it the River of Spirits, linking it to ancient legends. There are 293 different ways to break a dollar using pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half-dollar coins. This mathematical fact highlights the complexity of currency and how many combinations small denominations can create. Every second, about 100 lightning bolts strike somewhere on Earth. These powerful electrical discharges heat the air to 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. This natural phenomenon plays a crucial role in balancing the atmosphere's electrical charge. In the icy vastness of Antarctica, male penguins stage a romantic ritual to win a mate. They carefully select the smoothest and most beautiful pebble and present it to their chosen female as a symbol of affection. If she accepts the gift, they pair up, making this charming gesture a symbol of courtship among penguins. Statistically, the odds of winning the lottery are so low that you are more likely to suffer an unfortunate accident than hit the jackpot. In fact, the chances of dying on your way to buy a lottery ticket are higher than actually winning. While it doesn't mean you shouldn't play, true luck might just be making it home safely. When Alexander Graham Bell introduced the telephone, he suggested ahoy as the standard greeting, inspired by nautical language. However, Thomas Edison proposed hello, which ultimately became the universal greeting. If history had taken a different turn, we might all be answering calls with ahoy today. In China's Yunnan province, the Shilin or stone forest is a breathtaking natural wonder. Towering limestone pillars, shaped by erosion over 270 million years, rise like jagged rock formations. Local legends claim that spirits of nature inhabit this mystical place, making it look like something out of a fantasy movie. Certain types of mushrooms have a magical ability to glow in the dark due to bioluminescence. This soft, mysterious glow turns the forest floor into a fairy tale-like scene at night. The light helps attract insects, which in turn spread the mushroom's spores, showcasing another incredible wonder of nature. Goosebumps are a leftover from our evolutionary past, once helping our ancestors appear larger to predators and retain body heat. When tiny muscles at the base of hair follicles contract, the hair stands up, creating a fluffier effect. Today, they are triggered more by cold or strong emotions rather than survival needs. What if rain wasn't water, but sulfuric acid? On Venus, the clouds are made of sulfuric acid, and when it rains, the drops evaporate before reaching the surface due to the planet's extreme heat, up to 470 degrees Celsius. This makes Venus one of the most hostile planets in our solar system, presenting a major challenge for any future exploration. Sea stars can push their stomachs outside their bodies to digest food. When they find prey too large to swallow, like clams, they wrap their stomachs around it, releasing digestive enzymes to break it down. Once the meal is digested, the stomach is pulled back inside. This makes them some of the ocean's most unique predators. On Iceland's southern coast, a black sand beach continuously changes its shape due to strong winds, tides, and underwater currents. Some parts of the sand disappear, while new dunes form elsewhere, making this beach one of Iceland's most mysterious natural wonders. Newborn fawns have no scent, making them nearly invisible to predators like wolves and bears. Their mothers leave them hidden in tall grass and return only to feed them, ensuring their safety. This natural survival strategy helps them remain undetected in the wild. In 2019, Bangkok welcomed nearly 23 million international visitors, making it the world's most visited city. With its stunning temples, bustling markets, and vibrant nightlife, this Thai capital remains a top travel destination. A rare pink dolphin found in the Amazon is known for its unusual color and friendly nature. Local legends claim these dolphins can transform into humans at night. While scientists haven't confirmed the myths, these dolphins remain a mystical symbol of Amazonian folklore. Dubai is designing skyscrapers that slowly rotate, allowing residents to enjoy ever-changing views. These futuristic buildings will distribute sunlight evenly and redefine modern architecture in hot climates. A small flap in your throat that closes your airways when you swallow, preventing food from entering your windpipe. This automatic reflex keeps you from choking every time you eat. Can cooking really be terrifying? Magirocophobia is a deep-rooted fear of cooking, making even the sight of a kitchen overwhelming for some. It's not about lacking skills. It's a true phobia that can make preparing a meal feel like stepping into a haunted house. Brazil is home to 15 to 20% of the world's biodiversity, with over 120,000 invertebrate species and 9,000 vertebrates. Every year, around 700 new species are discovered, making Brazil a hotspot for scientific discovery. Did you know spaghetti has a singular form? If you have just one strand of spaghetti, it's called a spaghetto. This term comes from the Italian language, where singular words often end in O and plural words in I. While we rarely use the singular form in English, it's a fun fact that adds a poetic touch to Italian grammar. From 1912 to 1948, The Olympics awarded medals in painting, music, sculpture, and architecture. Inspired by the ancient Greek games, which honored both athletic and artistic excellence, this event allowed artists to compete just like athletes. How can a lake disappear every year? Lake Capri in Patagonia mysteriously drains completely every summer only to refill in winter. Scientists believe the water seeps through underground tunnels formed by shifting glaciers or volcanic activity. Since no one knows exactly where the water goes, this seasonal disappearance remains one of Patagonia's most intriguing natural phenomena. On June 26, 1974, a pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit Gum became the first product ever scanned using a barcode at a supermarket in Ohio. This moment revolutionized the retail industry, making checkout faster and more efficient. Today, barcodes are used worldwide on almost every product. Despite their snowy appearance, polar bears actually have black skin. This dark color helps them absorb and retain heat from the sun, essential for survival in the freezing Arctic. Their fur isn't truly white. It's translucent and reflects light, making them appear white and allowing them to blend into their icy surroundings for camouflage while hunting. In the 19th century, camels were brought to Australia for transportation and farming. Over time, they thrived in the harsh outback and multiplied, forming the world's largest population of wild camels. Now, Australia exports these camels back to the Middle East, where they are prized for racing, milk production, and meat, completing a fascinating historical cycle. Sloths may be slow on land, but they are excellent swimmers. They can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes by slowing their heart rate by nearly a third. This allows them to stay underwater longer than dolphins. Their ability to swim across rivers helps them find new habitats and escape predators. Social media has made it easier than ever for people to appear wealthy, even when they're not. Some influencers rent luxury cars, stay in expensive hotels for just a day, or borrow designer clothes to create an illusion of wealth. This phenomenon, sometimes called millionaire from nil, highlights how status symbols and perception can be more influential than actual financial success. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick discovered the double helix structure of DNA, revealing how genetic information is stored and passed down through generations. This groundbreaking discovery led to advancements in medicine, forensics, and biotechnology, allowing scientists to map human genes, solve crimes, and develop life-saving treatments. In countries like Australia, Canada, and the UK, banknotes are made from a waterproof polymer instead of traditional paper. This material makes them more durable, resistant to tears, and even capable of surviving a trip through the washing machine. The switch to polymer also helps prevent counterfeiting, making these banknotes both practical and secure. Imagine a dinner lasting not just a few hours, but almost an entire week. Ticks are true masters of long feasts. These tiny parasites can stay latched onto their host for up to 10 days, feeding without interruption. The tick buries itself into the feast, enjoying its meal while the host may not even realize it. These little gourmets can store nutrients and survive for long periods without feeding again. In the Norwegian village of Droach, the festive Christmas spirit lasts all year long. There's a Santa Claus museum, a postal service for sending holiday letters, and shops full of Christmas decorations. Even in summer, visitors can experience a winter wonderland as the locals happily maintain the festive atmosphere. Tourists come from all over to enjoy this holiday magic, leaving with smiles and holiday cheer. Did you know there's an ice castle in Norway that disappears every spring? In the village of Alta, northern Norway, a stunning ice hotel and castle are built entirely from snow and ice every winter. This unique structure exists for just a few months before melting away when spring arrives. Each year, the ice hotel is rebuilt from scratch, featuring new sculptures, an ice bar, and frozen rooms for guests. This incredible attraction draws visitors who want to experience life in a world made entirely of ice. Did you know that platypuses are venomous? This cute and mysterious animal from Australia has a hidden weapon in its legs. Male platypuses have venomous spurs on their hind legs, which they use to inject toxins into rivals during mating battles. While not deadly to humans, the venom can cause excruciating pain that lasts for months. Did you know that in France there's a house with a negative number? In the town of Rocamadour, France, you can find a house numbered -1. Built under a cliff, this house sits below street level. Since ground-level buildings were already numbered 0 and 1, this unique house received a negative number instead. Today, it's a quirky landmark that fascinates tourists from around the world. The blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, has a heart so powerful that its beats can be detected up to 2 miles away. This massive heart weighs as much as a car and pumps blood through arteries wide enough for a human to swim through. This natural machine keeps the rhythm of the deep ocean, reminding us of the sheer scale of these majestic giants. Cheetos are the best way to attract crows. The cheesy snack is a favorite of ornithologists or bird experts who want to study their feathered friends. But why Cheetos? Because they're brightly colored and have a strong smell, meaning they can attract crows from pretty much any distance. Studies have also shown that crows will wait for magpies to taste Cheetos first, before swooping down and eating the treat themselves. Pumpkins and Halloween go together like Michael Myers and a kitchen knife. But back in the 19th century, things were different. The business of carving a jack-o'-lantern involved turnips, not pumpkins. Irish folk used turnips plus another veggie called mangel wurzel to create their creepy lighting arrangements. Turnips were used to honor the legend of a freaky-sounding Irish character from folklore named Stingy Jack, who got on the wrong side of the devil. Pumpkins became jack-o'-lanterns because Irish immigrants found more pumpkins in North America than turnips. Big cats, including lions and tigers, react to catnip just like house cats do. They roll, rub, and go into a playful frenzy when exposed to the plant. Researchers believe this is due to nepentolactone, the active compound in catnip that triggers a euphoric response in felines. The character of Yoda was first introduced in the 1980s, The Empire Strikes Back, where science geeks and the audience may have found the Jedi Master's face a little familiar. How so? Well, one of the makeup artists on the production, the late Stuart Freeborn, decided to use Albert Einstein as a visual reference. This is especially notable around the eyes. Thankfully, they didn't give Yoda a mustache. You may not know the name Patricia Highsmith, but you've probably seen a production based on one of her books, such as Ripley on Netflix. The author enjoyed writing about deception and intrigue. However, when she wasn't being an author, she liked to mess with snails. She reportedly kept 300 of the slimy things as an alternative to a cat or dog. Why snails? Highsmith found them resilient, not to mention easy to look after. Naturally, snails appeared in her stories too. Polar bears hibernate for a long period, for which they need to be prepared. This includes adding extra weight. 400 pounds of weight, to be precise. That's the equivalent of a lion or a motorcycle. While it sounds extreme, remember that they need to sustain both themselves and their babies through their vital fat reserves. A bear can lose as much as a third of its body mass while in hibernation, so it needs to stock up on those juicy fish. In 17th century Europe, people used to keep their farts in jars. Yes, you heard that correctly. People did this for medical reasons, thinking that by opening the jar and inhaling the awful stench, they would avoid catching the Great Plague. Back then, doctors believed in the power of miasmas, or unpleasant smells, not only in spreading diseases, but also in fighting against them. By their warped logic, farts beat plague every time. We have a mailman to thank for Hass avocados, or at least the ones we enjoy today. The individual in question was postal worker Rudolf Hass, who worked in California in the 1920s. The cultivation of avocados actually dates back to around 500 BCE, but Hass stumbled upon a variety that was distinctly rich and creamy. He was looking to grow avocados based on the buzz around them at the time. The tree he grew didn't produce any usable fruit, so he ignored it. Surprisingly, it eventually started growing what soon became the planet's #1 avocado. Did you know they had customer service back in 1750 BCE? We know this because the world's oldest known customer complaint was recorded on a Mesopotamian clay tablet. It contained negative feedback thousands of years before Amazon. This historic wine fest was made using an ancient writing system called cuneiform. Apparently, the merchant had been pretty sloppy with his copper delivery. Look closely at the moon, and you may think you see a face. That's the legendary image of the man in the moon. But not all cultures see the same thing. In Japan, people look up at the moon and see the image of a jade rabbit wielding a mallet. That might sound strange, but a rabbit carrying a mallet is part of traditional Japanese folklore. Some believe the moon rabbit is making rice cakes, while others say it is creating an immortality potion. Is gambling the root of all evil? There's some compelling evidence to support this theory. If you tally up all the numbers on a roulette wheel, you'll get the total, 666. That's famously the number of the beast, associated with everything dark and disturbing. Some believe that Blaise Pascal, the 17th century mathematician behind the game of roulette, made a deal with Lucifer himself, resulting in the notorious 666. The Wild West was more sophisticated than you may have thought. In the then town of Corinne, Utah, unhappy couples could split up super fast via modern technology. It certainly wasn't the norm, but a vending machine offering ready-to-sign divorce papers was highly convenient. It cost $2.50 to use the machine, which is the equivalent of around $75 today. Now that's what I call service. Guess what percentage of American waste goes to landfill? The answer is an eye-watering 62%. Putting garbage in landfills is becoming a serious problem around the world. However, some countries have figured out better solutions. Take Sweden, for example. The percentage of waste they send to landfill is an incredibly low 1%. They make the rest of the planet look like a bunch of meatballs. If you ever have trouble making yourself understood in a different country, you might want to use the word huh. Huh is a recognized expression across the globe, as revealed in a scientific study in the early 21st century. You might not be able to have a full conversation with it, but at least people will know you're confused and in need of help. Brunch started out as a British tradition in the late 19th century and was suggested by a hungry man named Guy Beringer. It had a very specific purpose. It was meant to be eaten after sleeping off the effects of a Saturday night party. In other words, it was a hangover cure. Brunch became a healthier alternative to the traditional gut-punishing lunches that some people ate on Sundays. To unfriend someone is a term associated with modern social media, right? Wrong. The word actually dates back to 1659. That's right. I'm talking about the 17th century here. Even more amazingly, it was used by a clergyman from the Church of England. I wonder who he unfriended. The term jaywalking was pushed by the automobile industry in the early 20th century to shift blame onto pedestrians. Jay was a slang term for an inexperienced person, making jaywalker sound like someone foolishly walking in the street. The U.S. government funds Braille versions of popular magazines through the National Library Service for the Blind, ensuring visually impaired readers have access to the same content as everyone else. When you think or read in your head, your vocal muscles subtly activate as if you were speaking aloud. This phenomenon, called subvocalization, helps with comprehension and memory. In the 1980s and 1990s, Nintendo operated a hotline where expert gamers, called game counselors, provided tips and solutions for difficult levels. The service eventually shut down as online guides became widely available. And that's a wrap. But believe me, we've only scratched the surface. From penguins with pebbles to volcanoes you can walk inside, the world is full of wonders you'd never expect. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the strangest corners of our planet, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's plenty more where that came from, and who knows what bizarre truths we'll uncover next.